It's Kid. Jarilo. Talk to the beat. They got time to play. Time to work. Work will I play my picky and make job or talk. They got time to play. Time to work. Work will I play my picky and make job or talk. Oh baby, work, my daddy, oh. Work hard, my baby. Work, my picky, oh. Work hard, oh baby. Work, my daddy, oh. Work hard, my baby. Work, my picky, oh. When I'm playing the tourist, wake up. More cars and clothes, wake up. You want all the fancy, wake up. Energy, doing my picky, you wake up. When I'm playing the tourist, wake up. More cars and clothes, wake up. You want all the fancy, wake up. Energy, doing my picky, you wake up. Too late. Hope you feeling good tonight. Oh lady, when the US to Liberia, they begin to make you wave. For I bet to my novia, this can start at the place. Oh baby, work, my daddy, oh. Work hard, my baby. Work, my picky, oh. Work hard, and I just stand. The fire will fall. Different work of your destination. All how we fall. So, well. Sweat to increase your success, yeah. Well. How and can we progress, yeah. Oh, baby. Work, my daddy, oh. Work hard, my baby. Work, my picky, oh. Work hard, oh, baby. Work, my daddy, oh. Work hard, my baby. Work, my picky, oh. When I'm putting in the drawers, wake up. More cars and clothes, wake up. You want all the fancy, wake up. Energy, doing my picky, wake up. When I'm putting in the drawers, wake up. More cars and clothes, wake up. You want all the fancy, wake up. Energy, doing my picky, wake up.
Black that is my eyes confess. Every day I give you praise. We only got one life to live. Brother, think and calculate. One life is all we need. I need a friend you need. One life to my enemies. Love put them to shame. Turn out of time for play. Let them to walk. How I can play. Let's get to work. Keep on working to my anybody. Keep the fire burning. Cause your time is coming. See me now, let them know. You are just see your goal. One day you will make it for sure. Have fun when you stay got to know. Believe me, someone else will come to confuse you. Stay where you are, just do it. My life is a lesson. Now I know how to live it.
Oh baby, work, my daddy, oh. Work hard, my baby. Work, my picky, oh. Work hard, oh baby. Work, my daddy, oh. Work hard, my baby. Work, my picky, oh. I got time to play. Time to work.
Leadership is key. Leadership is key. Leadership key. Leading Liberia is key. Leading Liberia right is the key. Ellen Johnson, Sally failed. Ellen Johnson, Sally failed. She told us to lead. That is the key. She failed Liberia. She never led us well. She brought us shame and disgrace in every front. Ellen Johnson, Sally failed. Ellen Johnson, Sally failed. Liberia's going down on the George Ria. Ellen Johnson, Sally failed. Now we need a leader who we can trust. Who is that leader? Attorney Commander Chesson. We can trust him. Boys and girls, men and women, welcome to Commander Galpohkpa Chesson Talk Show. Today is May the 14th, another day in the creation of our Lord. As we wake up this morning, we see that our Liberia is still a troubled nation. Yesterday, I posted Senator Darius Dillon's statement regarding the War Crimes Court and his beef with him and Prince Johnson here on my, on my left to you. Okay? So, here we are in Liberia. I posted it yesterday where you heard Darius Dillon's statement and saw him after the session at the Capitol building in Liberia. They said there was some situation brewing with them during the session, and to take Prince Johnson off, our Warlord Senator Darius Dillon made the statement or the comment that he was going to raise the issue about the War Crimes Court. And they say every time he says that, or anybody tried to discuss War Crimes Court in the Liberian legislature, especially in the Senate, Senator Prince Johnson, a former warlord, goes berserk. And this happened yesterday between him and Dillon again. And Dillon got up and made a statement why every time there's a situation in the Senate when they talk about justice and accountability and the War Crimes Court is talking about, Prince Johnson goes into a rage and leaves the session. And this occurred yesterday. So, amid all this debacle going on in our country, Prince Johnson came out after Darius Dillon made his statement saying that every time he talks about War Crimes Court, Prince Johnson get mad and walk up. If he's guilty, he got to face the punishment, face the charge, just like he has to do himself because Darius Dillon was accused of doing something himself. So why is Prince Johnson afraid of the War Crimes Court? So Prince Johnson goes and make a press conference himself, does a press statement himself, talking about how the Congo people stole and at that time to steal, and George Weah will support him. I mean, these people are really opening up and saying blatantly that this is their time to steal, and they don't care. They will steal, and they will protect each other. Can you imagine this? Officials of the Liberian government that have led us in war for 14 years and are still leading our people are scared of the War Crimes Court because this is their time to enjoy. The Congo people stole, so they got to steal too. Can you imagine this, my people? Can you imagine this? This is a senator. And this is thing I was talking, when people were talking about adverse possession and all these things. How can we have stability in our country when these people, these wicked people like Prince Johnson, still living in our country, still ruling our government, and still want to direct our country into chaos and corruption? So you see, this is the thing I've been talking all the time. But when Chesson told us, Chesson angry, he mad, your people did it. The same thing Prince Johnson said. So who should we blame here now? Huh? But again, this whole thing boils down to Ellen Johnson Sirleaf. Prince Johnson is Ellen Johnson Sirleaf warlord. She brought him. Now we have empowered these people for 40 years. 40 years our country being under the rule of these evil people. And they still don't want to let it go. They still think they're inheriting something that's theirs. And you see, they want to protect all the wealth they stolen. And y'all can't protect it. Those things not for y'all. Y'all got to give it back to the Liberian people, whether you're lucky or not. And we're going after everybody. We're going after Ellen. We can't live in this society of corruption and criminals and bandits and cutthroats. This is not the wild, wild Africa. We got to reel these people in. This is our country. We're supposed to be home developing our country instead of being in foreign countries suffering, being discriminated against. Why are these useless people like Prince Johnson there running our country? A useless, greedy man. Talking about George Weah will protect him from war crimes code. And George Weah accepted to be under the war crimes code. You talk about you protect him. No, but you see, this is the foolishness that's existing in my country, man. Donald Trump and I think we don't want to go home. You know, taking all this racism and all this hatred for what? Because these bandits rule our country. Cause in self-imposed exile. Enough is enough, man. Enough is damn well enough. So, how do we deal with these evil people, man? Let me put my topic up because all of my topic relate to some of this thing too. I already talking about it anyway. First topic, Senator Darius Dillon versus Warlord Prince Y. Johnson and War Crimes Court. 2, support the 1 million war crimes victims signature effort. 3, Liberians must change now. So, this is the same thing I was talking about. The same Darius Dillon and this war criminal calling himself Senator of Liberia. And they're plenty in our government. There are many in our government. How can we possibly improve? We can't improve. Our country can't go nowhere. You know, it hurts me because it made me feel intentional. The international community did it intentionally to keep us down so they can rip our country off. You know, how long have we had these bandits over us? Talking about Nema County. What kind of Nema County? Look at all the years we've been in exile. Over 50 years now, some of us. Or close to. Over 40 years, I can say. But this is insanity. This is insanity. And this man is a dummy. This man is a dummy. He's a dummy. This man can't even read and write. Why are these people leading us? Why are these people our senators? We got 4th and 5th grade. People can read and write better than these idiots. Why are these people still leading us? And our educated people calling them senators and leaders and officials of the Republic of Liberia. So these are some of the shame we go through. And all of this had me, one of my topics I wanted to talk about was the Liberian war stories. I heard on Lofa Julia's show how people were recounting the atrocities they suffered and they saw from wicked people that Prince Johnson them. Wicked man that Prince Johnson. Thousands of people that man killed. Then you talking about he got church. You know, it hurts. It hurts, man, because when you hear about the atrocities of the war and how the people suffered, how they were bombed here and there, and they just lost their lives. Then you see this other useless man talking about that they're trying to enjoy. What kind of enjoyment? Y'all still killing each other. Y'all got the country, and y'all can't keep peace with each other. Y'all can't negotiate with each other. It's all about tribalism. And look at that other dummy, Eugene Fagon. He go leave from this similar country, go to Liberia, go preach tribalism. They had to call him and warn him to stop. Huh? All these dummies. For what? To stay in power or native people. What kind of power is that? Every day we go through this thing. Every day we go through this thing. Will we go through this thing and then we die? Will we go talking and stay in exile, keep talking about Liberia? Oh man, other people messing up the country. Is that how we're going to do it till we die? Because I've been out of Liberia almost 50 years now. And I see my country going down, 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 led by these dummies. And the warlords and the war criminals from the 1980s. They're still leading us today. This can't be natural, man. Something's got to be wrong with us. This is insanity. To have a group of high school dropouts leading Liberia today and telling us we can't go home, that it's time to enjoy. Who are these criminals? Who are their enablers? Who are their supporters? But this thing has to stop. It has to and must stop now. Our country is dying, nearly dead, because of the ignoramuses like Prince Johnson and still ruling our country, talking about a lawmaker. What kind of lawmaker? You're a human being eater. What kind of lawmaker? You're a dummy. Then we come here and talk a lot of foolishness, a lot of hate, a lot of jealousy. We should be fighting together for our country. So this is where I am with these two people and the war crimes court that need to come to our country. Because first of all, Dillon is not committed. And you will hear it from what they born in service, Emmanuel service. Because he said Dillon was forced into saying what he said. He never said it. But now he said it, they better act on it. They better act on it and be positive and fast. Okay? So that my topic, let me just take a little coffee break, young children, before I start my second topic, because this thing will make you take your thirst away.
Hello, and welcome to the Pepperbird Magazine. Did you know that the Pepperbird Magazine has been in existence for over 25 years, and we're still going strong? I invite you to take an ad on our internet magazine, which is very, very useful during COVID days. So please, give us a call. We'll come and have a quick chat with you and video you and your business. Look at the number below.
Pardon me, ladies and gentlemen. Let's get into this video I want to play.
Emmanuel, how long have you been in Liberia?
I arrived on Monday evening, so it's Tuesday, Wednesday. Can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you. I know you had some challenges trying to get visa. You were first denied visa, correct? Am I correct so far? Because I spoke about it on the platform, and now you're in Liberia.
Yes, I was.
Okay. So how was it at the airport? Were you giving a hard time at the airport? We can't hear you, Eman. You're quiet. Can you hear me?
Hello, can you hear me?
No, I can hear you.
I can hear you loud and clear.
Okay, go ahead. Okay, we're hearing you.
All right, well, I hope. Okay, good. Thanks so much, Sissy. I appreciate this. Yes, I was denied visa twice. I know visa upon arrival is a letter that is issued by the Liberian government for those who don't have Liberian passport and want to go to Liberia. So I took my chance and went and got visa upon arrival. Like I said, I was born and raised in Liberia. No one else stripped me of my citizenship. I do have Liberian passport as well. And I'm more than welcome to use the Liberian passport. If you want to challenge my citizenship, take me to court. And we got to the airport. There was no scuffle. Just someone asked me that they need to take all of my particulars. They took me in another office, different from those in line, and we talked about it and let me go. So that's how I ended up in Liberia.
Thank you, and I'm glad you're representing us. Hats off to you, Emmanuel. Thanks for what you do. You're putting everything on the line. Thanks to your beautiful wife, Sophie, for what she do, allowing you to go, the father of her children, to leave, not knowing where he's going, how he's going to all end up. So we want to say thank you to her, and thank you to Kevin and the team on the ground. You guys have done an amazing job. Now, Emmanuel, let's talk about today a little bit, then we'll talk about why we're here. Guys, please share this video. Emmanuel is in Liberia. We need your help. There are 28 of you. If you share this, if you listen, I'm nobody causing we are here, and nobody talking about Alex or Waka here. We're talking about the future of Liberia. The foundation of Liberia, the forward march of Liberia depends on what we do today. If we hold people accountable, or else we're going to continue to get rogues until we have another war. All right? Because people are getting tired, people are getting frustrated. So let's share. We are at 26, 28. Let's share. Emmanuel, today I heard, and I think you had some conversation on this before you left, and maybe I didn't update you, but I thought I did, and I'm sure I did. I played earlier, ADD, I was asking the people in Liberia, in the Senate, what happened to the TRC report that was given to them in 2019 when we were coming to the UN, and by now they're supposed to have started implementing. What's your thought on that? Did it come really in time?
Since you're not coming clear, I think it's because of my network. Let me see if I can get somewhere better. So just give me a minute.
Okay.
Give me a minute. Unless you can hear me. Can you hear me clear?
Am I clear? I can hear you. You're clear. I can hear you. Yes. Go ahead.
Okay. If I'm clear, can you ask your question? Can you ask your question?
I
wasn't hearing you.
Okay. The question was, so today's approach of Senator Dillon speaking, because that's what we were fighting for. That's what we've been fighting for. The TRC
2021. And they're supposed to, by now, have started implementing the TRC. June 2020 was supposed to have been where they got back with the rest of the world, but they did not. What's your thought on today, his stand, ADD stand today?
Well, that was nice of Senator Dillon. Very nice. My only regret is the fact that he was attacked on some accountability issue before he responded. We want this to be natural from our lawmakers. I really do appreciate the fact that he talks about the war and economic crimes fought in front of Prince Johnson. We should do more of that. I actually joined him after when he conducted an interview with Spoon FM on the issue. I want to applaud him, very commendable. I think we should do more. I think we should attack these people. They can't murder us and take off. I did not legislature when that happened today. So I want to say thank you to the senator. He did extremely well, and we should muster the courage to do this all of the time.
Thank you so much, Emmanuel. For me, it does not matter when they decide, so long they decide. Because sometimes there's a trigger, right? There's a trigger to make people move. Everybody has something that makes them move. And I'm glad that he moves today. So it's a great thing. Now, let's talk about the demand from the international community, because there is a drum beat that is going on. There's a sign of a drum that calling for justice all over the world. And they're looking at Liberia, especially in the wake of now, everything that is going on. What's your thought on that?
It's very embarrassing to note that after our civil war, in which 250,000 people died, men and women of this country cannot stand up for justice, especially those who have the authority to sign for the war and economic crimes code to become a reality in this country. I learned something today, and this is an education for all of us. We do not even need this to be passed into law by the national legislature.
No, we need. I know that we talked about that.
It has already been passed.
Yes, I said it.
So the TRC was printed into law. In fact, there's a handbook. The TRC the national legislature. President. Go ahead.
I have it. I know, and I've been speaking on it. They didn't have to go back. It is the prerogative of the executive to implement it. They didn't have to go back. They're playing games. But go ahead. Go ahead, E-Man.
It's complete game. So they are requested to ask the president every 3 months to show up and tell the Liberian people what he is doing about the implementation of the war and economic crimes court.
That is correct.
So the games that are being played is because they want to continue injustice in Liberia. That's all it is. So victims are just trying to stand up for themselves, and that's why we are gathering a million signatures to convince the international community, our government at large, and every Liberian, so that at least people can know that our victims here do care about justice and accountability.
Thank you. So Emmanuel, let me ask you this. You're in Liberia, you're collecting signature. Right? And this is Liberians, let's do this. You know, and I'm going to say this. I have been to protest over protest. You have traveled from here to Liberia to protest. Thank you, Sis Caroline. But majority of the people who get on Facebook and insult us, they don't come to protest. They don't contribute. Some of these very people, when their people get attacked, is when they want to come to go protest and start asking we should go protest. But when other people are going, you don't go. When other people are going, you're too busy. You're the only one who's supposed to make money. The rest of the people don't have to make money. Okay. Emmanuel service. This is like your fifth time, right? Because you went twice in 2018, correct?
Six. My fifth time. Fifth, yeah, you're correct.
Exactly. Because last year, year before last, I was supposed to go with you and something happened. This year, I didn't even try. Okay. So, but what do we need to get this 1 million signature? How far are we? What do we need?
So this is very, very important. I visited the United Nations office today in Monrovia. We had a brief meeting, and the million signatures is important because they want Liberians to make that statement themselves. Usually we need 10,000 signatures to be able to speak to the national legislature and ask for passage. But we want to go beyond that because we don't want the government of the Republic of Liberia to say, oh, they are just prone to opposition. We want the government to know that it is actual victims. And that's why Loja decided that we're going to work with other justice organizations like yours to ambitiously launch the 1 million victim signature. We are going to go to all counties. And this is going to be geographically balanced. We're going to get signature, obtain them, we're going to take it to the United Nations. The President of the Republic of Liberia, National Legislature, we're going to the European Union, the U.S. Embassy, the U.S. government at large. We're going to go to the international community that care about us. We want justice for our people, and we're not going to let them go with impunity. And that's why we're launching the 1 million victim signature. So we're going to have people going all over the place, trying to do everything we can within our might. You know, we don't have the international support, but as victims, those who care will come together, and that's exactly what we're doing. This is a process. We want this to be done within 6 months. You know, so we're not doing this. We're starting it while I'm here. I'm going to make sure that we get a large portion of votes or signatures from Montserrat and other adjacent counties, but there will be a lot of volunteers going in other counties that will need to compensate. And so we're glad that we're launching this. The million signature is going to speak volume to how victim cares about justice, and I think that's what we should be interested in instead of the politics in Liberia, because justice is going to fix everything.
So then, Emmanuel, let me ask you. I am also a survivor. I am a victim family. Those of us in the diaspora, may I recommend something? If you are in favor of that you sign on the paper and the date, we create a mailbox that each person signs, and we can compile a booklet of it, because we want to sign on the same paper. We don't want it to be in the internet. It can be internet. We can do it on the internet. That's fine. But we can create a mailbox where everybody can sign and send it with compiling those from all around the world. But we took refuge, right? But here's what we want to talk to. John, you said prior to this, John, we have been educating. Emmanuel just told you he's been back and forth to Liberia 5 times in the last 3 years, 2018, 2019, 2020. 2020. In fact, last year, Emmanuel was brutalized. Okay, the Liberian police beat him up, about kill him. Not only did they do that, they stole his money and his cell phone. Yet they stole his $1,000 cash and his cell phone and all of his belongings. I was one of those people who called the Canadian embassy and the U.S. embassy, okay, to see how they could get him out. They beat him and people saw that. The case is still ongoing. They violated his right. So we have been educating. Some of us have been educating for the last 4 years. I've been to get on radio stations around like this. Yeah.
Hello, and welcome to the Pepper Bird Magazine. Did you know that the Pepper Bird Magazine has been in existence for over 25 years, and we're still going strong? I invite you to take an ad on our internet magazine, which is very, very useful during COVID days. So please, give us a call. We'll come and have a quick chat with you and video you and your business. Look at the number below.
Well, it's good to be back. You are listening to Jacinda Martin Weye on her show on Second Thoughts Africa with Emmanuel Savis, the Liberian advocate, who is in Liberia right now trying to push the million war victims' signatures so that we can bypass the Liberian government and seek to get the International Crimes Court into Liberia because the Liberian people want it. So for us to bypass the government and show the world that Liberian people want this war crime court, you all have to get up and support Emmanuel Savis in Liberia right now. And for all of you people who are calling for the war crimes court, this man has made some outstanding efforts, even putting his life on the line. So this is where now you got to put your money where your mouths are. You heard this criminal behind me, Prince Johnson, talking about how they did to rob our country. How did the Congo people did it? It's their time to do it. And they've been in our country for almost 40 years. These people have robbed our country, killed our people, killed our children and our future, made them drug people. We got all the Zogos in our country because of Prince Johnson. Now, he openly speaking to the Liberian people and telling us that the Congo people stole and it's their time to steal. So how long they will steal until they die? These people been stealing from us since 1980, since 1990. And Ellen Johnson Sirleaf is a part of all of this. That's why she got to get out of our society. Because as long as Ellen Johnson Sirleaf and these people remain in our society, we will not grow. We will not progress and advance. So it's up to us. We can sit down and follow Savis and wait for another 2 years for the International Crimes Court or the international community or whoever these million signatures are being taken for. Or we can rise up and demand that George Weah step down right now. That the Prince Johnson and all these people who have been stealing from us step down now. Our country cannot be run by bandits and criminals and idiots and slum people and warlords. Enough is enough. Enough is enough. They will soon start going after Darius Dillon to kill him. What will stop them? Enough is enough. Rise up, Liberian people. Y'all got to rise up like men and women who deserve better than having these slum criminals leading our country today. Y'all got to make up your minds. We got no friends nowhere in the world. Rise up and take our country back from these criminals. Y'all waiting for war crimes court. Y'all waiting for international community. Y'all know how many of us will die. How many of our resources will be stolen and hidden somewhere. Get rid of these people now. Get rid of these people now. The time of the Liberian people is now. Nobody coming down to help us. Nobody. We are on our own. Go after these criminals. Rise up. Get mad. Be frustrated. Be pissed off. And rise up and tell these people to step down. It's time for them to go. When you're mad enough, no bullet can stop you. No fear can be in you. You got to do it because you got to do it. Okay? So, some of the things Savage need to get these signatures. You know, we have to try every effort. We got to try the signature. We got to try calling for the war crimes court. We got to try inciting our people to rise up and demand that these people step down. We got to do everything we got to do because these people have admitted that they were robbed and they're not moving. Because at that time, and they got the guns, they have killed our people and they will stay there. And to hell with all the people who are supporting them. To hell with all the tribal people in Nimba. To hell with all of them. Rise up, my people. Rise up, my children. Rise up, Liberia. The time of the Liberian patriots is now. Aluta. Continua. So, we got to get involved with this. We all got to get up and take our country back. This is time for real unification and integration of our peoples. We got to get away from the tribal and country BS and take care of our country like we're supposed to. Okay? We got no foreign friends that coming to help us. They didn't come before, they ain't coming now. Y'all wake up. The time of Liberian men, strong Liberian men, is now. It's now. Let's rise up. Now, Sabbath needs donations. You know, people got to travel all the time to collect those signatures. Everything can't be done in Monrovia. So it will show that there's a diversity of the victims. All of them not from one area in Monrovia. People went up country to gather signatures to and hear their story and do everything. So it's a team effort. All of us got to be involved in this. Because if not, our country will fail and fall and will be useless. Because the more our children stay away from Liberia, the more they're losing their identity with Liberia. The more we stay away from our culture and our people, it impacts us in negative ways. Now, most of our children don't even know anything about Liberia. They don't know our songs. They don't know the ways of the people. That's what they say they're learning. So we need to come home. Some of our children want to come home. Let them come home. Let's build our educational system. Let's build the roads. Let's build the hospital so others can stay there. But in order for us to do that, we got to get rid of Prince Johnson. We got to get rid of Ellen Johnson Sirleaf. We got to get out her sons, her family, all these people that have broken our country down. No mercy. No mercy. No mercy. Let me grab my last topic. We got to change. It is in our best interest to change. We can't hold on to the same things. Then we add jealousy, tribalism, nepotism, wickedness, juju, all these things holding us down. We got to just get up and say, I want to be free. I want free man. I want to be free. And let's rise up and free our country. Nobody will do it for us. Nobody coming to Liberia to do it for us. And we cannot allow corrupt, evil, and wicked Liberian people to continuously seek to lead us and control us. Why? Why would we get other people that just want to come for themselves and not the rest of us? And we know some of these people. We know some of them. But we are the very people that support some of them into power to rob our country, to belittle our children and our society. But this is it, man. It's up to us. We are the captains of our own destiny. We are the masters of our own fate. And if we don't believe this, we'll be looking up to other people to lead us. And depending on their fate, then we keep talking about African faith. African and then faith. You better be sure you find your religion and believe in the God you choose as your God. Because that all that matters. Okay? Peace. I'm out of here. Have a good day, folks.
Oh yeah, yeah. It's Kid. Reload. Talk to Lupe. They got time to play, time to work. Work will I play my picky and make jack or talk. They got time to play, time to work. Work will I play my picky and make jack or talk. Oh baby, work, my daddy, oh. Work hard, my baby. Work, my picky, oh. Work hard, oh baby. Work, my daddy, oh. Work hard, my baby. Work, my picky, oh. When I'm putting in the drawers, wake up. You want cars and clothes, wake up. You want all the fancy things, wake up. Energy, doing my picky, you want wake up. When I'm putting in the drawers, wake up. You want cars and clothes, wake up. You want all the fancy things, wake up. Energy, doing my picky, you want wake up.